They're called rare earth metals, and as exotic as they sound, they're in many everyday electronic devices, including phones and computers. China is a world superpower when it comes to these rare metals, accounting for 97% of global production. But it's now sparked international concern by slashing exports, which it says it needs for its own industries. And that sent investors stampeding to Australia's producers.
They are misleadingly named rare earths. They're 17 obscure elements that dominate the technology of our daily lives, from mobile phones and flat-screen TVs to hybrid cars and laptops.
They're not rare, they're more abundant than silver, but there aren't that many resources that are economic, and when they are found, it takes a very long time to bring them online.
With demand growing at between 8 and 10% a year and supply outside China unable to keep up. That sent prices soaring. Some elements have gained as much as 5-fold in just the last few months. Outside of China and the United States, Australia has the largest rare earth deposits. Lynas Corporation's Mount Weld project in Western Australia is one of the world's biggest. Managing Director Nicholas Curtis says production will be in full swing by this time next year.
The first phase of production next year is 11,000 tonnes, and we're going to move immediately to develop the second phase to 22,000 tonnes. We have strong customer interest in that.
It has already sold out of both of these phases to customers in Japan and Europe. Lynas isn't the only one ramping up its operations to fill the supply gaps. For Alkane Resources, it's been 12 years in the making, and it's about 9 months away from finalising its feasibility study. Managing Director Chalmers says the long process is something speculators should be aware of.
We've seen situations in the last few weeks where companies announce a few rock chips with some high-grade rare earths in it, and that company's share price has doubled, tripled or even quadrupled in price. Now, that to me doesn't make any logical sense at all.
Despite the hype, most analysts are still reluctant to use the word bubble.
I think it really depends on which company you're looking at. Some have good advanced projects or high-quality projects, and they're just, you could argue, achieving their true value now.
Bubble or not, the chances are that big Japanese and European consumers of rare earths will be reluctant to rely again on China for their supplies.